Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now, to get us started here, we are going to be playing Azami on Night Haven. And long story short, this operator Azami, long story short, she did get a lot of heavy nerfs, but I still think she is really strong. And long story short, what you're going to see here is I'm going to do a little bit of a setup over by connector. Not here, but over by connector. I ran down Aqua here because I was looking to place some barbed wire, but there was already an absurd amount of barbed wire there, so we're good to go there. But long story short, I'm going to put a Kiva barrier on the pillar here that blocks for, so you can play on pillar and then also have a little bit of cover from warehouse, long story short. And so like if we have like mirror in this position, you'd be able to put a mirror here and then the zombie barrier would cover you, so that way you don't get exposed to warehouse. But what you're going to see here, this is going to be like where the bulk of my kills are going to come from. And I put in a zombie barrier on this little like garden, I guess, for connector. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put another one over this door, and I'm going to create this like one-way line of sight. Now, I believe the only way they can actually challenge me on this angle is if they prone, or there might be like a weird situation where they can crouch and see me. If they get really close to the doorway and look right up. But for the general idea is that they're going to have to prone to be able to see me in this position. Now, I don't know why these guys don't just shoot out the Azami barriers. That's another thing, by the way, with Azami. People don't shoot out Azami barriers for some reason. But long story short, you're going to see somebody's going to push through the hallway here, and then I'm going to use this nice little one-way that I created to collect myself a freebie on him. And there's going to be another two guys that are also going to challenge for it as well. And that's going to be the context for this. Basically, what I'm thinking of doing here is Azamiing the warehouse door off, so that way my bandit can bandit trick the IT wall. However, he doesn't end up doing it. But long story short, I would block off the warehouse door if my bandit was really adamant about bandit tricking there. But you're going to see this Ash try to walk up. Now, once again, Ash could have broke these Azamis by just shooting them, using an Ash charge, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot her feet out. She can't see me at all, so I get a freebie on her. And then there's going to be another guy that does walk up and try to peek, but I'm going to get bullets on his feet, and then I'm going to go ahead and block off the pillar breach right there. Now, I expect this guy to be holding me here, so I'm going to go ahead and pre-fire him, because I expect him to be looking, once again, it's the same thing as usual. They're looking for the refrag, but they don't get it. Now, my teammate is going for a flank here, but he is going to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the angle, and then I'm just going to start spraying my whole mag, and he's going to walk right into my bullets, and we're going to go ahead and secure the round like that. But people really need to start using their utility and get rid of these Azami barriers. Otherwise, it's very strong. You know, I just recently started playing with this guy. His name is Ty, and he's also like a YouTuber as well. But one thing he told me that I thought was kind of funny is that when he watches like me and like Hitman play, like we're usually not really like trying that hard for our kills. We kind of just like that's one thing that I kind of want to explain to you guys, is that we're not really like trying that hard to like get our kills. We just like have like ideas in our head of like what we want to do during the round. So like for example here in this clip, I'm not really trying to overcomplicate it or anything like that. There's a guy that's going to be rappelling up to my hookah window here, and what you're going to see is I'm just going to whip out my nitro, and then I'm going to nitro the window, because a lot of times when people are repelled on windows like this, I don't know what it is. They just don't expect a nitro to just come out on their window. Like I pulled it. He probably heard it, but I just like took my sweet time to line it up, and I get myself a freebie to secure a kill right there. But long story short, what I want you guys to take away from me saying that is like this game's all about like experience. So like right now, if you don't think you're that good or whatever, like it'll come with time, you know. Like the more you play the game and the more you get like accustomed to how rounds play out, the more comfortable you feel, and that way you don't have to like try so hard, rack your brain so hard on like what to do, you know what I mean? But long story short, this next clip is going to be a 3v2 position. My Malusi, I believe, is going to die inside the kitchen here, so they're going to get control of kitchen. So I'm looking for this guy to vault over the railing here, but what's going to happen is someone's going to jump in my kitchen window, and I'm going to go and kill him, and then I'm going to expect the last guy, he's going to look for a refrag onto me, just because, you know, that's the logical thing to do in that position, and your teammate dies, so you're going to look for the refrag, he's going to charge to the rotate, and I'm going to get myself a freebie on him as well, because I'm fully expecting it to happen, you know what I mean? So don't rack your guys' brains too much, you know what I mean? Just get accustomed to playing the game, and the kills will come to you, you know what I mean? If you just, like, understand, sometimes it's just a repetition thing, you know? You just got to keep playing, and eventually you'll start to understand how people move in this game. But on our next clip here, we're going to be playing Dee Park. We have an Azami setup here. Now, this is very similar to the Night Haven Azami setup that I had. However, it's not a one-way angle, but it is one of those things where it's like, if they do peek the doorway, they have to be crouched, like I said with the last one. But right here, I'm holding out my nitro because my teammate jumped out for blue barrel, and my goal is to nitro over when I get audio of him jumping in. So right here, all I'm doing is I'm listening for audio, okay? And so the moment that this guy gives me any type of audio that he's jumping in the window, I'm going to go ahead and toss my nitro cell out to try to get myself a free kill. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to get anybody with this nitro cell. I am going to get a drone, however, which is nice, you know what I mean? 6 out of 10, not too bad. But long story short, these guys are making a bottom dragon / split door push essentially. Now for whatever reason they can't open up any of the walls. I guess their Twitch isn't like getting his drones in. I don't know what he's doing. But long story short, what's gonna happen here is there's gonna be a Dokkaebi that's gonna push split. So we're gonna end up trying to kill that Dokkaebi. Long story short, now I'm gonna get a little bit damage off of this angle. On that, I believe it's Capital that ended up hurting right there. But my teammate's gonna die, so I know that there is gonna be a split push coming here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and hit this mute chamber, and then I'm gonna avoid this flashbang, and then I'm gonna walk up, shoot some shots at this Dokkaebi. He's gonna try to swing into me, but I'm ego challenging him, so I'm gonna go in and secure the kill onto him. Now, there's at least like 2 to 3 people bottom dragon here. They're going to start smoking here. I'm going to wallbang the smoke. I actually am injuring somebody through the smoke right here, so that's what's making me follow up with some more pre-fires through the smoke to try to finish that kill. But you're going to see here, this injury is actually going to lead to us winning the round because they're basically reviving behind this pillar right here, and I'm going to kill the guy who revived the guy that I injured. And so now I know that the guy that rezzed is dead, and then the guy that did get revived is going to be 20 HP. So I can aggressively peek here and kill him. And then what you're going to see here is I'm going to see this guy on the pixel angle. However, he doesn't see me. So I'm going to go ahead and walk up and pre-fire using the last little bit of my SMG-11 ammo. And then the last guy is bottom dragon doorway. So I'm going to go ahead here. I don't have any SMG-11 ammo here. So I'm just going to go ahead and play next to these feet holes here and hold across with my teammate, basically securing us around. And you're going to see my Azami swing out here and secure the kill on this guy on the dragon door. But regardless of the fact, if he walks in, I'm going to shotgun him, so it's GG's regardless. Now, the next clip here, we're going to be playing the initiation bomb site, and what our team likes to do on this site is we like to extend into bunks and play this side of the map very aggressively to deny the entries on this side. But just for context here, these guys are going to unfortunately kill a lot of our teammates on this side of the map. We're going to get punished really, really hard for playing this aggressively. But what you're going to see here is before we retreat back into site here is I'm going to follow up with a refrag on one of my teammates that did die. They're opening up the top break room windows here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just be chilling here, and I'm just going to be waiting for this guy to rappel in. Now, I believe in this actual clip, I actually missed this guy rappelling in, and that's going to actually lead to one of my teammates dying, unfortunately. But long story short, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to get rid of the twitch turn so that way it doesn't open up the mirror. So I'm just holding this drone here, trying to make sure that he can't secure the mirror getting open. Because if he gets the mirror open, then that suddenly gives them a lot more options on what their push can be. But what you're going to see here is, like I said, I'm going to miss this guy rappelling into the break room here. I am going to try to warn my teammate of this guy rappelling in because I'm not... my ideology was that he's going to be looking at me when he repelled in. However, he wasn't looking at me. And what you're going to see here is he's going to swing the top arcade door. However, I am going to look and I'm going to get a nice little headshot on him. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and reinforce the wall now because it's a 2v3 position. It's not a winning position. However, it is playable enough where me and my teammate can just play crosses. And as long as they don't get any nice walls open, then we're in really good shape. However, they do have an ace still alive here, so technically we are losing if they can get some of the walls open and make some type of push. And what you're going to see here is this guy's going to start ace charging this wall, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toss my C4 through the ace charges and get rid of both of the ace charges. Kind of like an impact trick, but I'm using my nitrous cell for it. Now, I could have easily died while doing that. However, they weren't paying attention to the breach while I was getting open, so I got away with it for free and prevented them from getting this angle into sight. But long story short here, my teammate is going to end up dying over by waiting. He got a little bit too aggressive on the wide swing. So what I need to do here is I need to wide swing the breach here, and then I also need to get into a position of my waiting because someone's going to be charging through the IQ. I'm going to shotgun her. Now the ace is going to get scared and run back towards bunks, so I'm going to try to get a frag on him. However, I'm not going to get it. And then what you're going to see is that Dokubi that was on the breach is going to charge through. I'm going to get one shot on her, and then I am going to injure her with her foot. And then I'm going to whip out my shotgun, expecting Ace to try to refrag. And then I'm going to go ahead and kill him as well and secure the round. Now, that's going to do it for today's step-by-step video, boys. Once again, guys, going to have my stats from early season and my settings in the background here. And then once again, I do really hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know down in the comments if there's something you guys specifically want to see or one thing you enjoyed about the video. But please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!